Hello there, tone seekers. You want to be just like Cliff Burton? Well, I'm sorry, but all the tone is in your fingers. Right there, those things, it's in your fingers. You gotta get all the body bass, you gotta get the tone wood, and that's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, now, to get the tone, best way is to have a pickup right here, like in the middle-ish, between the bridge and the neck, if it's a 24 fret neck. That is the best way. Also, having two pickups that are like right here will also help if you put it in the middle position. That will help with the tone. Best thing to do is just kind of like slap it, kind of like Steve Harris style. That's the best way to get that puck sound. And then for the original Aria SB basses, the pickup in here is actually a single coil in the original SB basses. This is a Dean, by the way, a Dean Edge Select Pro 5. They only made them for 2 years, and I massacred this one. Poor thing. So for the original Aria SB basses, they used to be single coil. They're precision type. It would have a full coil wrapped with wire, but there'd only be like 2 magnets per string, each side offset doubled. And that's how I got that sound. This one has a Fishman Fluent, so I just pull it up for the single coil. I did put in a low pass filter because I find it more useful than just the regular bass and treble. So yeah, any kind of bass with a pickup like this, or if you have the 2-position one that's like right here, where the 2 pickups are in between here, is the best way to get that sound. Alright, and then I will do a video on this thing, review, stuff, maintenance, whatever, and then I'll compare it to this thing. Yeah, and then I'm using a Line 6 Helix right here for the amp. The only thing on are just these two. It's just an amp and a speaker. This stuff don't even pay attention to. It's gonna be the Mesa Boogie 400 one, which is the Cali. I chose to have a little bit more treble and mid. You could probably get rid of that, but it's all okay. This stuff is just the factory settings. And then for cab, I'm using the 2x15 Brute, which is the Mesa Boogie 2x15. I'm using that mic, and with these settings right here, nothing over here. And then I'm using another one, dual amp. I'm using the same thing, but with the 57, just so I could get that little bit of a high-end pass-through, so I can get more of that bite. And then maybe just pull down the level if it's too bright for you. And that is pretty much about it. And then if you do have a Helix, you can just hook up the regular USB Type B cable and just hook it up to a laptop. You can just have that set up, or you could just use a regular interface like Scarlett or whatever you got. And then that's pretty much it. Yeah. Yeah, so I just have a compressor here, EQ real quick, just a little bit of lows, a little bit of high, just get that high-end bite, a little bit more. Pulled back a bit on the mids and the highs right here because it didn't really quite mesh well with the original recording, so I did do that. And if you want to get like near exactly, you can put on a filter at around 2.3 kilohertz with a little bit of a peak going off. You can get that too, so here it is without that filter. And then if you have the filter on, you can turn the peak down too if you want to. And that's kind of like how the original sounded, was kind of muddy and hardly any treble, like they cut it off around like the 3 kilohertz range.
You coward! You serve